Okay, now let me introduce you to Mr. Bradley Edge. He graduated from Sulphur Springs High School in 2000. He's a Sulphur Springs native. He graduated from East Texas Baptist University in 2004. He is currently a funeral assistant, pre-need counselor at Murray Orwoski Funeral Home. He's youth choir director, Sunday school teacher at the First Baptist Church in Sulphur Springs. And he is previously active with Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce Ambassadors and the Relay for Life Committee. Please welcome Mr. Bradley Edge.
Let me reiterate the thanks for letting us come here tonight and get to share our views and our reasons. And that's the biggest number one question I've got is, why would you want to run for city council? And some of those people have asked that because they truly wanted to know why I wanted to run. Some of you have asked that because you think I'm crazy, and even one said, I have a room reserved for you at the Terrell State Mental Hospital now. So I wanted to run for this spot, for this city council, because I truly do love this town. I was born and raised here. Now, I had a stubborn spell, and I went off to college thinking I'll go visit, but I'm never going back to Sulphur Springs after I graduate college. I thought I'd move off like all my friends did and go to some big town. After spending about a year in college, I couldn't wait to get back here. I realized how blessed I was to come from a place like this. So my number one reason for wanting to be on city council is, as some others have said, is to see some economic growth. It's very hard for someone my age with a college degree to find a job in a town this size, unless you're a school teacher or a nurse. That's about the only major college degree jobs we have in this town, with a few others that are kind of scattered out elsewhere. I have a good friend in Austin, Texas, who said, man, I would love to move to a small town like where you're at and raise kids in that town. And my response was, come on, but he's got to have a job. We got to find a job for him. So not just growth in this town, not just finding new jobs, but getting some higher paying jobs, some college degree jobs. And how do we do that? And you don't have to have a college degree to get a higher paying job. In 2007, the median income for the state of Texas was $45,000 and a few dollars. In Sulphur Springs in 2007, it was $35,000 and a few dollars. Now I would much rather make $35,000 and live here than make $45,000 and live in Dallas. But we also have got to compete with some of those places. Why not get some of those teachers out of Dallas area and get them here? Why not find jobs for people coming out of college to come and move back to Sulphur Springs? So that's my main thing. The things that I've heard from you as I've talked with folks about what do you want out of your city council, yes, the number one response is the city streets. And we would all agree that Main Street is a beautiful project. It looks great, but sometimes looks are deceiving. And its functionality is a little questionable because it's a little small, and we've heard a few complaints about exactly how that was done, and maybe what we need to rethink as we move forward with Conley Street and with others. So that's the number one thing I've heard from you guys and from the city as we've talked about that. The second thing is something that I never really thought about a whole lot, just because maybe I'm a wasteful person and don't think much about it, was a recycling program for this town. How can we, as a city, do something to give back to the community? And that's something I've heard from several people my age, as my generation is what they call armchair activists. They want to see great things with our happen as far as charity. They want these things to happen, but they don't want to do a lot about it. They kind of want it to be given to them and sit back and say, well, I gave money to that, or I threw a bottle in a recycling bin, so I've done my part. But what can we do as Sulphur Springs? And I've done a little checking into that and hope that we can look into that a little more. And what can we do to give back a little bit to the environment and stop wasting all the things that can be recycled? Those are just a few things that I've heard from you guys and from the city. And once again, May 9th, I would love to have your vote and would be honored to serve.